It's cheap. This is my other grand's. This is my grand's. Anyway, this is my other grand's. Bosch. This is my grand's. Bosch. Precision. This is a Bosch. Precision. WFG2020 washing machine. Web. Yep. As you can tell, this is my my grand's machine. This is my grand's pasties machine. Right. This is my grand's machine. Web. Yep. So this is actually my grand's Bosch Precision. WFG2020 washing machine. Web. Yep. You can't tell, but it's a very old machine, by the way. It's a very old machine, by the way. Anyway, so as you can tell here, I think this machine is like a 5 kilogram. This machine is like a 5 kilogram. This machine is like a 5 kilogram. Anyway, can't probably tell this machine is like a 5 kilogram load. Anyway, so there's obviously like a 6 kilogram load. Anyway, as you can tell, it's got a very old tub to it, but the tubs are very old, and the tubs are very old, and it's got a very old tub. It's got anyway. As you can tell, this machine's got an old tub in it. It's got an old tub. As you can tell, this machine's got an old tub anyway. I can actually tell it's got an old tub anyway. And also, you can see here, it's got some old paddles there as well. It's got some old paddles as well. It's got some old paddles there as well. It's got some another old paddles there as well. There's another old paddles there as well. And there's another paddle is up there as well anyway. Yeah, it's got very old paddles, by the way. The paddles are very old anyway. Yep. I think it's probably like I think this machine is probably like 16-year-old. I think this is probably a 16-year-old machine anyway. Yep. As you can tell, this machine is a 6 kilogram. It's a 6 kilogram machine anyway. Yep. That's got a WF2000 motor. That's got like a Bosch WFG2020 motor. That's got like a WFG2000 motor. That's got anyway. And that's your model there as well. No, that's your model there as well. WFG2020GB anyway. Yep. It's a very popular old model, by the way. It's a very nice model, by the way. And as you can tell, it's got like an old door around it. It's got like an old style door around it anyway. As you can tell, it's got like an old door around it anyway. The doors are very similar to the WFF. Yeah, the doors are very similar to the WFG2000 anyway. Yep. And essentially what we have got here is a pre-wash softener and a main wash anyway. It's the main wash compartment you've got there as well. So that's your pre-wash softener and your main wash anyway. Yep. It's very old tone drill, by the way. The tone drills are very old on this as well anyway. So yeah, let's go through the programs, by the way. But what's going to do no for on this anyway. But it's not switch on, by the way. But I think this way you had to switch the machine on, by the way. But I think this machine anyway. There you go. Got it on, by the way. If I put this one back anyway, but it's just because it's just like another glove. That's just the other glove fall off a bit anyway. So let's go for programs anyway. So the first program we've got here is cottons, linen and 30. We've got cottons, linen and 30 degrees anyway. So we have the cottons, linen and 30 degrees anyway. So you have the cottons, linen and 30 degrees anyway, but I'm not very sure what the cottons, linen is like on this anyway. So yeah, I think it's cottons, linen is at 30 degrees anyway. Yep. So yeah, we should have rinse hold 1,600 you should have 600 and 1,000 spin you have anyway. That's your two options we got on this anyway. That's the option you've got on there is a rinse hold and 1,600 anyway. Yep. So yeah, the cotton's very mean. Then you could wash which actually could wash for colours anyway. You should actually wash for darks anyway. Which you can actually wash for colours anyway. Yep. Which you could do cottons 30 anyway. Bit on this anyway. But it's actually cottons 30 does a quite a quick cycle, by the way, anyway. So yeah, that's your cottons in 30 degrees you got there anyway. And then here you've got your cottons in 40 degrees, you've got cottons in 40 degrees, you've got cottons in at 40 anyway, you've got cottons in at 40 degrees anyway. So which is only used for which can be used for darks or something anyway. Which can be used for darks anyway, and everything else it could be used anyway. It could be used for bedding as well anyway. And everything else it could be used as well, but anyway. So you can have 1,600 spin time, and rinse hold you can have as well. You can have rinse hold and 1,600 spin time you can have as well anyway. So that's your cottons in 40 and you've got on there as well, which can be used for darks anyway, or mixed fabrics, whatever you can use anyway. So that's your cottons 40 you got there, and also can be used for any load as well anyway, for cottons 40. And then you've got your cotton 60 program. You have the cottons linen 60 degrees. You've got cottons linen 60 anyway. You've got cottons linen at 60 degrees anyway. By the way, that's cottons linen 40 degrees. By the way, so you've got your cottons linen at 60 degrees anyway, which can be used for which can be used for towels and whites and stuff anyway. It can be used for whites and towels anyway. Which it can be used for whites and towels anyway. But yeah. So you can have 1,600 spin time and rinse hold you can have as well anyway. But a rinse hold means you can't have a no spin anyway. Rinse hold means when if you could do a no spin, because rinse hold means which is a no spin anyway. But yeah. So yeah, rinse hold means which is no spin. 1,600 which you could go for any spin speed. 1,600 anyway. But yeah. So that's your cottons in a 60 you got there as well anyway. And as your cottons in intensive stain 60 you've got intensive stain 60 degrees on there. You've got intensive stain 60 degrees anyway, which can be used for stained whites and everything, which are used for stained whites and other loads it could be used as well anyway, which has got like bits of spots around it anyway. So that's your intensity. You've got intensive stain 60 degrees anyway, yeah, which can be used for white obviously, and maybe for towels I think it is anyway, if it's got spots on it as well. So you can have 1,600 spin time and rinse hold as well anyway, so you can have rinse hold and 1,600 spin time, so you can have anyway, yeah. So that's your intensive stain 60 degrees, that's intensive stain 60 degrees anyway. And then you've got your cottons in 90, you've got cottons 90 on there, you've got the cottons at 90 degrees, you've got cottons in at 90 degrees anyway, which can be used for boil wash and pre-wash I think it is. I think it doesn't actually use for pre-wash by the way, I think, because there's no pre-wash on that anyway, so yeah, I don't think there's a pre-wash option on that anyway. Yeah, I think it can be used for boil wash and maintenance wash anyway, because I think it can be used for maintenance wash anyway, which you clean out the machine anyway, which you could do in like an auto clean or something anyway. So you can have 1,600 spin time and rinse hold setting as well. You can have rinse hold setting as well anyway. So yeah, you can have 1,600 spin time on that anyway. So yeah, that's the cottons near 90 degrees you've got on there. And you've got cottons nearly 60 pre-wash. Okay, you've got cottons pre-wash 60. You've got cottons 60 degrees with a pre-wash anyway. So you've got cottons in at 60 degrees with a pre-wash anyway. Yeah. So that is probably the boil wash by the way. That's probably for boil wash anyway, for like towels or something, which can be used for white towels anyway. Yeah. So again, you can have 1,600 and rinse hold settings you can have as well anyway. So that's your cottons in at 60 with a pre-wash by the way. That's with a pre-wash by the way anyway. So that's your cottons in at 60 with pre-wash anyway. And then you have the rinse hold, and then you have the rinse cycle there, and then you've also got the rinse cycle as well, which you can rinse, which you can rinse out the machine anyway. If it's got bits of heads and everything, this way you can rinse out the machine anyway. So again, you can have 1,600 spin time and rinse hold by the way, but I don't think rinse hold is not available. Rinse hold is not available on the rinse cycle. I don't think rinse hold is not available by the way, but you can use rinse hold by the way, but you can't use it by the way. Rinse hold anyway. You can have rinse hold setting on that anyway. But I don't think rinse hold is not available on rinse cycle anyway. It's not because it's not available anyway. So if you want to cancel this rinse though, you could try and just rinse hold anyway. So yeah, so it's 1,000. So yeah, next maximum spin is at 1,000. It's at 1,000 spin time by the way. It's at 1,000 spin anyway. And then you've got the spin cycle as well. You have the spin cycle. You got the spin cycle there, which my grand's obviously use the spin. Obviously, my grand's does use the spin cycle by the way. So yeah, by the way, you can have 1,600 anyway. But I think rinse hold you can't have as well anyway. But if you want to cancel the spin, you can have a rinse hold setting there as well anyway. But I don't think rinse hold is not available on the spin. Rinse hold is not even available on this anyway. Rinse hold is not available on the spin anyway. But it's not actually available on this anyway. The rinse hold is not even available anyway. But so that's your spin cycle you have got there. That's the spin cycle you got there. But you could go for 1,000 spin time or 600 by the way. If you want to do a gentle spin, you could go up for 600 anyway. But so that's your spin anyway, and then also you can have a gentle spin on that as well anyway. And then the other things you got on there is drain. You have the drain cycle, which you can't have 1,600 spin time by the way, but I don't think you have 1,600 spin time. But you can't have any options on that anyway. But you only can have rinse hold and 1,600 by the way. Rinse hold is not even available on the drain cycle by the way. The rinse hold is not even available on the drain cycle anyway. But so that's a drain cycle you got on there anyway, which you can pump up the water anyway, which you can drain out the water by the way. If you want to cancel the spin anyway, or cancel the rinse anyway. And then you've got your wall 30, you've got the wall in 30 degrees, and you've got windows at 30 degrees, and you've got windows at 30 degrees anyway. Which you could go from spin speed to 600 and 1,000 anyway, but I don't think you could do 1,000 spin on that. I mean, you could do a 600 spin on that, you could do a 600 spin on that anyway, on the windows 30 anyway. And it also can have an install setting as well anyway. So yeah, the windows 30, which you can wash for blisters anyway, and everything else you could wash as well. You could wash wall jumper or something anyway, and well, something that's got water in it anyway. So that's your Williams 30 degrees, you got that on there. And that's the Williams cold you got there. You got the Williams cold cycle, that's the Williams cold cycle you got there. That's the Williams cold cycle you got in there. Which you could do 1,600 spin time on that and the rinse hold setting as well anyway. So that's your Williams cold setting, that's the Williams cold setting you got on there. That's the Williams cold program you got on there as well. That's the Williams cold, by the way, that's the Williams cold anyway. Which you could do a wall cold, Williams cold anyway, yeah. So that's the Williams cold you got in there as well. And then below there you have a Delicate's Quick 30. You got a Delicate's Quick 30, but I'm not very sure what that means though. Anyway, Delicate's Quick 30. I'm not very sure what that means though. Anyway, the Delicate's Quick 30 degrees anyway. which you can go for rinse hold, by the way. But I don't think you could do a spin on that. But I think you might probably do a spin on that anyway. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to do a spin anyway. But I'm not very sure if you could do a spin on that anyway. So yeah, you could go for 1,600, by the way. You could do a spin time about 1,600 and rinse hold setting you can have as well anyway. Yeah, Delicate's Quick 30 is only used for like which you can wash for cushions and deck covers. I think you can wash as well anyway. And then the last program you got on there is the Easy Care 60. That's the you got your Easy Care 60 degrees program. That's the Easy Care 60 you got there. You got Easy Care at 60 degrees, which can be used for mixed whites, by the way. Easy Care 60 is only used for mixed whites anyway, and so yeah, I think Easy Care 60 is only used for mixed whites anyway. It's just only used for a mix anyway. So yeah, Easy Care 60 is only used to mix whites, right? So again, you can have 1,600 spin time and rinse hold as well. But max spin goes to 600, by the way. But it goes up to 600 on the Easy Care 60 because it does because on the Easy Care cycle it just goes up to 600, and it goes up to 600 anyway. And you've got your Easy Care 40 degrees. You've got Easy Care 40. You've got an Easy Care at 40 degrees. You've got an Easy Care at 40 degrees anyway. My grand does use it a lot of times though. My grand's used Easy Care 40 a lot of times though anyway. To be fair, because my grand's used the Easy Care 40 a lot of times though anyway. Because I think you always use Easy Care 40 anyway. So again, you can have 1,600 spin time and rinse hold as well anyway. So you can have rinse hold setting as well anyway. So that's your Easy Care 40 program you got in there, because I think my grand's used that program anyway. And that's the one you got on there is the Easy Care 30. That's the Easy Care 30 program. You got Easy Care 30 program. That's the Easy Care 30 degrees anyway. Which you could go for 1,600 and rinse hold, by the way. So you could have rinse hold anyway. You could go for 1,600 and rinse hold anyway. But these are all the programs, by the way. But Easy Care is only separating the synthetics anyway, because the Easy Care cycle is just only separates the synthetics anyway. So it separates the synthetic cycle anyway. But because for cotton linen, it's only for your non-lawn anyway, and you could just do polyester as well. I think for linen it's only used for polyester as well anyway. Yeah, cottons linen is only separated polyester, by the way. I think your cottons and synthetics are just always use the same anyway, same amount anyway. Yeah, different amount can they use anyway. The first thing you got in there, you got ready, active, and end on there. But I think because you have to mean because we could do it, you could press start anyway. It goes on active anyway. So that's ready means we could ready get the titanium out anyway, and the active means the start, and then end bit is the when you can finish. But the end bit means we should finish the end of cycle anyway. But yeah, the end bit means is that we can finish the end of cycle anyway. But it's a very old machine, by the way. Also, it's a very old control panel, by the way. It's a very old control panel, by the way. So yeah, it's a very old control panel, by the way. It's a very old control panel, by the way. Control panels are very old on this anyway. So yeah, by the way, this is my grand's Bosch Precision WFG2020GB anyway. But it's very similar to the Bosch. I think it's very similar to the Bosch Very Perfect. It's very similar to the Bosch Very Perfect, by the way. But it's not very similar to the Very Perfect anyway. But yeah, the Bosch is actually very similar to the Siemens anyway. It's very similar to the Siemens anyway, the Bosch. Yeah, most of the Bosch is actually very similar to the Siemens anyway. It's very similar to the Siemens anyway. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if we're going to do washing with this soon anyway, for this Bosch anyway, but I'm not quite sure anyway. So yep, and also might do a date of this as well with this, so might do a date with this Bosch as well. I might be able to do a date as well anyway. So yep, okay, just bye.